Whatever you assume to be true will be true. Whatever you assume in your reality will be your reality. Welcome back, guys. Okay, so I just want to do a quick message today that you've probably heard to label everything as positive. Maybe you haven't, but if you haven't, let me tell you. You are the only one in your reality that says what things are. You give meaning to everything in your reality. So basically, your 3D reality, the stuff that you see around you, everything is neutral. It's just there. It's there because of things you've paid attention to, things you've seen on TV, stories you've heard. It all accumulates. It all becomes your reality. This is why everyone says to not watch the news, not, partake in terrible stories, don't, that sort of thing, because basically your attention to those things, your focus, your awareness brings it into your reality. So it can be kind of this backdrop of your reality, different things. So if you consistently watch the news and had some fears about things going on, you would see it in your reality somewhere. If you were to watch scary movies or any sort of TV that has a lot of violence, and you continue to watch this and you start having this skewed way of thinking about life, because we're very impressionable. Humans are impressionable. We're influenced pretty easily. So whatever you consume, whatever you put your awareness on, can become your reality. Most likely does. So like anytime that you get into a conversation about a particular object, let's say, you will start seeing it in your reality, whatever it is. So it's really important to pay attention to what you're paying attention to, and pay attention to good things, good movies, happy stories, things like that. If you want your reality to reflect happiness, put more happiness into your awareness. If you want less bad stories, scary stories or fearful stories in your reality, don't partake in those stories. So basically, your 3D reality is just out there. It's out there, you see it. And here's the key. Whatever you see, you get to label. You get to label. We're doing it already. You've been doing it your whole life. You see something and you give it meaning. Not everything. You don't give everything meaning, because a lot of things out in the world just doesn't make any difference to you. It's just backdrop, right? But if you see certain things or certain cars or certain people or situations, you may resonate with it from a story you may have, from some assumptions you have, some beliefs that you have, something within your self-concept, and you may label something as good, bad, or just indifferent, neutral. But everything is neutral. Like everything is neutral. You give it meaning. So the key is to give everything a good meaning. So if you were to start thinking something negatively about something you're looking at, it's going to be that way. It may not immediately be that way, but if you have a pattern of like seeing something and giving it bad meaning or negative meaning, after a while, this is why they say your assumption will harden, your persistent assumption will harden into fact. This is why persistence is key. When it's something that's kind of meaningful for you and you're putting a meaning to it, you're putting a negative meaning to it persistently, that's the story you go to, it will harden into fact. It doesn't necessarily mean in that very moment it is. A lot of us do say that that is the case, but typically it's not, unless it's just a persistent story that you've had going on. Does that make sense? So it's really, really, really important when you go out. I know a lot of us say ignore reality and ignore circumstances and all that, but really the key, because sometimes that creates a lot of resistance with people, the key is to just to label, see everything as source, see everything as positive, no matter what it is. No matter what you see, label it as positive. I'm going to experience a positive outcome from this. This is going to be a positive experience, no matter what it is. Okay? This is life changing because, so instead of thinking, oh, this is bad, no matter what it is, it would turn out, the outcome will be bad because you are that powerful. You're the one who gives meaning. So give everything good meaning. Assign everything as good, no matter what you see. Give it some sort of good meaning. Make this relevant for you. A lot of people in the community will bring up all kinds of things that really don't pertain to them. And there's just a lot of things that are just completely irrelevant. Does that make sense? There's a lot of things that people will bring up. Well, what about this and what about that? Is it really relevant in your life? Let's stay relevant within your current 3D. Within your current reality. What is important in your reality? Let's focus there. Bring it back to yourself. Create good things in your reality. Okay? Create everything to be good. The more you put out that is good, meaning thinking, your thoughts, your statements, your words, will get reflected back. That's how it works. Your reality is it's just reflecting you. It's a mirror. So whatever, say, affirmations you put out, like I live in a really amazing place. Everyone here is so nice. Everyone around me is caring. Everyone looks out for each other. Instead of the opposite, right? A lot of people look at like, oh my God, the world's gone crazy. Crazy things happen all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Watch all of those statements. You're creating it all. Whatever you persist in. And the thing is, when you really truly understand how powerful you are, these things go quick. All your statements will go quick. This is why I got to the point of like all your thoughts matter. I created the Manifesting Zone membership because I wanted everybody to understand that all of your thoughts matter. They matter. And the more you understand your power, they matter so much more because, like, for me to say one statement and it manifests, this happens all the time because I know who I am. I know how powerful I am. So I have to have a really good mental diet. I want you to get that way too. That your thoughts matter. So instead of saying everybody around me is crazy, the world's gone crazy, what have you, all kinds of things that regular human people talk about. You have to pull away from that talk and be like, no, let's create what I actually want to create. What do I want to create? I want to create a harmonious place. Like I live, it's pretty wild. I live in a city or a town, whatever it is, that has been named the happiest city in the country. I believe there might be a list, but it actually has been called this several years ago. And I didn't even know this when I moved here, but after moving here, I immediately resonated with this city. And I realized how nice people were, like incredibly nice. And how happy people are. Well, the weather is perfect here, so that is a huge reason. And then I found out, once I saw it and labeled it myself, that it was a really happy place. Everybody's so nice. Everybody is just amazing here. And then I found out that it was named happiest city in the country. Pretty cool. So that is what I experience. But 99% of the time, everybody's very nice here. So that's the reality that I have created. I got to that point as, a person who doesn't look at the world as like a crazy place. I'm going to have my moments, but I don't persistent, I don't stay persistent in that story that everybody's gone mad because that would not benefit me at all. So you want to create the story that benefits you the very most. And you persist in that story and it will harden into fact. Okay, I'm going to let you go. If you want coaching, reach out to me. Go to themillionairemanifestor.com and I will catch you on the next video.